This is really innovative to see that every single bike in here is actually electric. This is to tell you that the future of Africa is electric, and I'm so glad that it's actually started from Kenya. So Kenya is on a journey to electrify the entire Africa. I mean, one vehicle at a time. One thing that I really want to know is Rome a manufacturing or assembly plant? This is the factory that gave birth to Rome. I mean, apparently this is the largest electric vehicle manufacturing plant in the entire East Africa. Come inside with me because I really want to show you how this bikes that you're seeing right here is being manufactured in this factory. Have you been expecting me?
Yes, of course.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. Welcome to Rome Electric.
Thank you.
Yes.
What I'm quite interested in is why Rome?
Because we are roaming around, roaming Africa, roaming towards the world.
Okay.
Yes.
And the goal is to electrify the entire Africa, one vehicle at a time.
At a time, yes.
Oh, wow. Africa's future is electric. That's quite interesting. So I really want to see where the production goes on.
Yes, of course. This is our reception area.
Reception
so we have
area.
our production floor around there.
Okay.
Inside, yeah. So maybe you can just roam around the reception area and then we go roam around the production area.
That would be awesome. And what is this? Is it like a charging spot?
Yeah, so this is a charging, like it's just a sample. Like this is what we have to show them to our customers first, and then our customers become interested, happy.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm done roaming around the reception area. So this is where the entire production takes place?
Yes.
How many bikes do you guys manufacture in a day?
For now, because we are entering towards the end of the year, we do 25 bikes a day.
Every single day?
Yes, every single day.
And I love the fact that these are done by, you know, Kenyans.
Yes.
You know, made in Kenya by Kenyans, eh?
Made in Kenya, made for Kenyans.
By Kenyans.
By Kenyans.
That's a beautiful one, man. So all these are already made? Yeah,
so here we have some bikes are made for our employees. So this is the parking area for the employees. And then we have this one ready for delivery, ready for dispatch. Oh, wow. So you make bikes for your employees. So the Rome employees actually use Rome. Yes. That's why we said we are roaming around, roaming Africa, roaming all over the world. That's impressive. And what about this one? Oh, do not touch. Yeah, do not touch. They are ready for dispatch. Like everything has been done. So are waiting for the customers. I want to know how many stages the bike has to go through for us to have a complete bike. Our production line at the moment is one, and I've told you earlier we produce 25 bikes on that one line. Okay. This one line we have 8 stations from 1 to 8. Okay. Probably station 1 to 4 mostly mechanical, station 5 to 8 electrical. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. Does it mean that frames are also designed in here? Yes, we designed the frame. Actually, I can say we designed everything. Okay. Yes. By who? By our engineers. Oh, wow. Yes. Same engineers that we see now, we've got another department. Yeah, so we have some engineers in, like we have multiple departments. We have R&D, we have the production line ones, we have batteries ones. Okay. Yes. Even the batteries? So the batteries we design, but we don't make it here. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. One thing that I really want to know is Rome a manufacturing or assembly plant?
We are manufacturers. We consider ourselves original equipment manufacturers. We do everything from scratch all the way to end of production. So we do own our design. every single thing is designed in-house by Kenyan engineers, and we partner internationally with manufacturers and producers to produce exactly what we need.
Are you trying to say that the production line actually starts from here?
Yes. So this is where it all begins, right? It all begins with our bare bone chassis. So the frame is the key aspect of what we designed over all these years, right? This is fully designed and fully built by us. So every single aspect, every single hole, bolt, cranny was designed specifically for this market. This is more of like making sure that we have the right load cases, we make sure that we can have the right rigidity, making sure that, when someone decides to carry, I don't know, 3 people and they are traveling somewhere, that we are comfortable with how safe and secure it is, and making sure that it can outlast any other bike in the market. This is where it all started, and that's why the production line starts with a bare bone frame. From there, it starts now slowly becoming a bike, right? Here we're talking more about, introducing most of the core elements of the bike, from the electronics aspects, where he's introducing the electronics box itself, the motor, and now we start getting the resemblance of a bike slowly by slowly, right? At this point, it starts getting its wheels, and the harness comes into play as well at this particular stage. In this case now, it's possible for you to power the bike and start testing the powertrain components, but it's still rolling on the platform itself.
Is this the first ever electric bikes that have been made in Africa? Is it the first ever one? Because I've never seen one yet. I know electric bikes have been made in Africa, but when it comes to electric bike, will this company be the first one ever?
We were the first, not with this design, with a different design altogether, but yes, we are the first with regard to so many things.
How long has Rome been in existence?
We've been around since 2017. We started with, producing Land Cruisers and converting them to electric. That later on shifted to our next phase of the company, where we focused more with regards to public transport and a means with which we can have the highest amount of impact, right?
What is the inspiration behind Rome? Because I'm reading something like electrifying Africa one vehicle at a time. Because if you're saying that you used to convert, Land Cruisers to electric vehicles, then I guess, is that what really inspired Rome?
Yeah, it was a really good proving ground, right? At the very beginning, it was more of like, yes, we do have a good understanding of the tech. And at the very beginning, we weren't quite focused on high impacts, right? That's what shifted us from the conversion of Land Cruisers to working specifically on mass transit vehicles like buses and motorcycles.
So you do buses too?
Yeah, we do buses as well. So what it turned out to be is more of like, how do we have the highest level of impact? Because if you look at Land Cruisers and converting them to electric, it's a very high barrier of entry. First of all, you need to own the vehicle. Second of all, you need to have a vehicle that you're willing to convert. And that by itself already eliminates a big part of the sub-Saharan African population. So you were like, how do we have the highest level of impact and have as many people get to benefit the joys of electric mobility in a way that sustains their daily livelihood? And that's how we decided on motorcycles and buses, because mass transit has the biggest impact. Every sub-Saharan African uses mass transit in one way or another.
Okay, it's the final.
And that's how we finally end up to a working bike itself.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's a female engineer.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? I love the fact that you got women working in here, which means that you guys believe in women, and all the people are so young though.
Yeah, we are a very young company. I keep saying that this company is built by a bunch of young nerds who just love the mission, love doing what we do, right? The fact that we've got so much attention towards us is quite telling with regards to the fact that the youth and everyone who's been involved in this project cares deeply about the work that we do. That's how we're able to produce quality products, banger after banger, consistently. These bikes are currently off the production line. They will go off to our quality team, who will inspect each and every one of them, just making sure that everything is running smoothly. And if there's anything wrong with the bike, they'll be able to pick it up, check it out, inspect it, and repair it.
How much does it cost me to own one of these bikes?
$2,200.
$2,200.
Yes.
The ordinary guy on the street cannot afford $2,200. So how do you intend to target that audience?
We do have multiple ways of incentivizing people to own our product, right?
Yeah.
You know, one key aspect that, you know, we've been battling for the longest time is the fact that, yes, electric mobility technology is quite expensive, right? But you look at the offsets with regards to pricing. You know, we were talking earlier with regards to what it costs for someone to ride a combustion bike versus riding an electric bike. It takes you 6 to 7 months for you to already have broken even with regard to owning an electric bike. That cost already eliminates itself. But on top of that, we are partnering with microfinance companies to be like, you know, let's introduce much better ways of paying this, you know, introduce a daily payment and things like that to enable someone to pick up the bike as soon as possible.
Majina anaitwa Mary Atieno Kechi. Niko na bike ya Rome. Niliitwa na watu wa M-Kopa, walinipigia simu na wakanielekeza mahali wako, wakaniambia kama naweza taka, na nikawaambia naweza taka. Na nikaenda hapo, wakaniambia nipeane 25,000 na nikapeana, na wakanipea pikipiki. Na wakaniambia nikuwe nikilipa kila siku 550. Sasa nikachukua na nikaanzia hapo kulipa, ambao sasa hii mimi nategemea pikipiki ndio inanisaidia mpaka mahali nimefika hapa.
And the beauty about such payment system is that we have multiple customers who have amazing success stories. One of our first customers at the moment already owns 3 bikes.
Oh, wow.
So he started off with, I have nothing at all, right? They started off from scratch. They had nothing. They were literally picking up their first bike. As we speak right now, 2.5 years later, they own 3 bikes. They are basically fleet managers at this point, right? Fleet owners, entire enterprises running off of them. So that by itself speaks a lot with regard to how big of an impact the product has.
Can I get a spare parts everywhere in case like I need to fix my bike?
Yes, we do use what's available in the market or similar to. So it's possible for you to go to your local mechanic and change a component or two. Also, the beauty about our design is it's an electric bike, right? Okay. You have very few moving parts. You're not worried about your air filter or your oil filter or your spark plug or your oil. You have very few things to worry about. The things that you truly care about are your chain, your sprocket, and your tires, and your brakes. And those are easily available in the market.
But you guys don't have an in-house mechanics just in case like anything happens to the bike, because the mechanic out there can definitely not know what exactly is wrong with the bike.
You know, even the best machines in the world require some love, and that's why we at Rome, we have service centers both at Wayaki and at Rome Park to assist you with the service, and it's equipped with the technicians just like me, so you can trust us with your Rome Air to help it run smoothly. Guys, are you stuck on the road or need some help? No worry, don't sweat. We have our customer care ready for you 24/7. You can call them, you can chat with them, or you can visit our website and get all the resources you need.
We do also have a warranty. We do offer 2-year warranty on specific components of the bike scattered, and that allows us also, you know, if you have any particular problems with the bike, just reach out to us and we'll find a way to fix you.
This is a typical Rome bike.
Yes.
I feel like this seat is quite different though.
This is our limited edition bike. We are making a very select number of this, 54 to be exact. And this is just us showing that there are multiple uses for the bike, right? This kind of taps into that cafe racer kind of vibe. You know, a really nice, slick bike that you can use to go meet your friends, hang out, you know, go for a few errands here and there. It's a very beautiful, classic bike.
As someone coming from Ghana, I really want to know what is so unique about the Rome bikes.
So one aspect, we do talk about this a lot, is the fact that it is designed by Africans. And the reason that's so important is because it's designed for Africans as well, right? We understand the unique use case that we use these bikes. Like very few people are buying this bike for recreational use. Many people are buying this bike specifically because it's their bread and butter. You know, they use it on a day-to-day to be able to bring something back home at the end of the day, be it for taxi, carrying cargo, carrying people around. There's so much use case for this bike. So we have to design something that's robust, that can survive these terrains, can survive from the highlands, the lowlands, the flat plains. You can drive through rain, very heavy rain. You can drive through very sunny weather. It's all about building something that's rugged and utilitarian. So, you know, sometimes, you know, it's very easy for an OEM to focus on high-tech features, right? You know, you walking up to your bike, it turns itself on, blah, blah, blah. There are so many amazing features that we could build, but we've intentionally focused on keeping the price point low because we fully understand who actually uses this bike on a day-to-day basis.
Who are your target audience?
Anyone who's looking into motorcycle as a means of earning, right? That basically covers a big part of the youth in sub-Saharan Africa, right?
Yep.
There are so many people who just by using our bike get to experience a totally different way of life, right? This is talking about people who are using combustion engine bikes, right?
Nimeona bike iko sawa, imeshinda ile ingine ya mafuta. Hii sina hasara nayo sana.
Okay. Ulikuanga na hiyo ya mafuta?
Nilikuwa na ya mafuta lakini ilikuwa inanipeleka hasara juu ya mafuta.
Okay.
Kila mara mafuta imeisha. Inakwama kwa barabara, lakini hii sikwami, bora nilipe. Alafu bora ni charge battery, naona niko sawa.
You know, here in Kenya, a liter of fuel right now is around 200 shillings.
Yep.
If you look at what the fuel consumption is for a similar bike, it will be a 150cc bike, thereabout. And, you know, for them to achieve 100 kilometers, which is a similar range as our battery, they'll probably use 2 to 3 liters of fuel. So we're talking about between 400 and 600 shillings worth of fuel, right? And that's a good bike off the showroom floor, right? For us, charging the battery, we charge it at home using the everyday tariffs that Kenya Power and Lighting Company does. It will give you around, for 100 kilometers of range, you'll charge with 80 to 100 shillings.
Kitu ya kwanza ina save, ukifanya kazi yako, jioni unaenda una plug in kwa stima. Alafu itumii stima mingi, token ya 100 inajaza betri 2.
So at worst case scenario, you're charging at 100 shillings for 100 kilometers of range, which is basically 1 shilling per kilometer, versus someone who's doing for the same 100 kilometers 600 to 800 shillings.
So you're trying to say that buying Rome bike is cost effective?
So mi hutumia electric bike ambayo ni Rome bike. Hii bike imenisaidia kulisha familia yangu, kufanya mahitaji yangu ya kila siku. So hii bike iko fiti upande wa kusave, experience yake iko sawa. Upande wa kusave napata at least kakitu jioni. Upande wa performance pia iko sawa, naweza beba mizigo, naweza beba abiria vizuri bila malalamishi yoyote.
It's a big win. If you do the math, it just makes perfect sense. Just buy it as soon as you can, really.
There's one thing that I cannot find on this bike.
Yeah.
The inscription of Made in Kenya. Why? Are Kenyans not embracing Made in Kenya product?
We do love our Kenyan products. We do love our Kenyan bracelet as well. I
guess maybe you have to put the bracelet on the bike.
That would actually be cool. That would actually be nice. We've actually never thought about it. I think you're the first person to mention that we should have a Made in Kenya somewhere. I think we should add it like one of those tags on a t-shirt, like
exactly.
And then just have it
because
dangling over here.
I think Kenyans will feel so proud knowing that this is a bike that is made in Kenya.
Yeah.
And very soon, I think I need to ask you this question: do we see Rome in another African country apart from Kenya anytime soon?
Yes, we are trying to expand our operations, first of all, beyond Nairobi. and to other markets as well. There's nothing stopping us really. We don't have, you know, a charging infrastructure that we need to set up in whichever place we go. Our model is we sell our bike with a battery and with a charger. So wherever you are in Africa, it's possible for you to buy a bike from us and charge it wherever you'll go. That's how we are able to do the trip from Nairobi to Stellenbosch in South Africa, right?
Okay.
It's, yeah, you can charge anywhere that you find possible for you. So there's nothing necessarily stopping us, it's just more of us planning ourselves accordingly and us spreading in a way that's sustainable for us as well.
Where do we see Rome in the near future?
Hopefully all roads in Nairobi start having electric bikes scattered everywhere. We start spreading our routes across Africa and people getting to enjoy this product anywhere they are. We're already seeing our product starting to, you know, spread out there. There are many people who love what we do and who are key on owning one or having one in their lives. So we are keen on expansion, having more impact across the entirety of sub-Saharan Africa, because that's what we designed this bike for. It wasn't designed just for Kenya, it was designed for everyone from Kenya to Nigeria and Ghana to South Africa, Namibia, all over Africa. Everyone should be able to benefit from this bike.
If, as an African, if you had a chance to change one thing in Africa, what will it be?
Wow. If I had a chance to change one thing in Africa, governance. I feel there's so much that we have to fight as private individuals where the government would have been really good with like support and push. There's so much regard to governance across all of Africa that we do need to work on and we do need to improve. We do talk about aspects of corruption, looting, all of that. All of those should really not be a problem. The people in Africa are very smart. They are very keen on doing what they do. Amazing and talented individuals everywhere we go, right? But just it's that aspect that from the top, what's actually happening is just everyone is fighting their way through. And if the process was much smoother, much more seamless, we'd probably be selling bikes in Ghana right now as well.
I want to say thank you so much for talking to me and I appreciate your time.
Thank you. It was an honor having you.
Thank you.